What's going on, everybody? It's Art Talk, and today we're going to talk about the one and only Picasso. Pablo Picasso. We've all heard about him. You know him, and if you don't, you'll recognize him now, or at least his paintings. I wanted to talk about him today because he's probably the most, influential artist of just all time. Just most people, when you think about artists, and especially if you're not like into art, most people go, "Oh, Picasso," or whatever. So that's why I wanted to talk about him, because I'm going to just tell you some stuff that, well, you might not have known before. All right, let's start with the daily routine. Did you know that he woke up every day at 11? He didn't go eat lunch before us like normal people, but then he'd get in the studio every day by 2 o'clock and then would paint till he had supper, and then after supper, he'd paint till 3 a.m. 3 a.m. Like, every day. He did this late until he passed away. Like, this was not something like here and there. This was his ritual. And he was the type that, like, he had this saying that when he came into the studio, he left his body at the door as if it was like a Muslim leaving their shoes. Basically, just that's how involved he was, and how, like, when he walked into the studio, it was all art. I just thought that was a really cool thing, just to show how, like, devoted he was. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, like, you know, you look at somebody successful, and it's easy to see the success part, but not the hard work that they put behind it. And just, like, behind it, like, he spent, I mean, you can do the math right there. That's a lot of hours in a studio a day. And the thing is when he passed away, they found, I believe it was almost $500,000 worth of, not 500,000, $500 million worth of just art he had stacked up that went to sell when he passed away, just because I guess he never brought it, it wasn't finished, or just didn't think it was acceptable stuff. So just thought that was really cool. Speaking of his work, one thing that you'll notice that I don't know if a lot of people notice this, but the older he got, the more, I'll put some pictures up here, the more abstract the work got. Meaning, like he started really realistic when he was younger, and he got more abstract into Cubism, which Cubism is almost like his child. Like he was the kind of co-founder with, I'm sorry, I'm looking at this because the name's kind of Brick, whatever. Either way, I'm sure I'm butchering that. Somebody's probably going to correct me. Either way, they were co-founder of Cubism, and it's probably the how you know Picasso the most. And the thing is, if you look at it, I believe the reason his stuff got more abstract the older he got is just because it's almost like when you look at something realistic and you go to paint it, the thing is the instructions on how to paint it and how to internalize it and what to do is right in front of you. You just paint what you see. The blue goes where the blue goes, the red goes where the red goes, the shadow goes there, blah, blah, blah. There's no really creative freedom when painting realistic. You're just following the instructions that are already laid out. And when you go into like abstract and, you know, breaking off, but still going off of the, you know, the realm of realistic stuff, it's just more creative freedom there, and kind of makes you think a little bit more when you're going off that. And I think that's why the older he got, the more he wanted to push himself, and the why he leaned more towards abstract stuff. All of you people that don't like school, you'll love this fact. Picasso apparently was not a school person. Didn't do really good in school, and a lot of times got sent to detention. He just was not it, which is what you see in a lot, not necessarily the detention, but the more of the headbutting of being in school, just because of the fact that he didn't like the rules, which I don't blame him. He didn't like the idea of having somebody control every moment of his life. Either way, now let's move on to my personal favorite part, which is the paintings. You see this piece right here? How much do you think this piece sold for? It is called, I don't have that written down, so I'll put it up here. It is called something, and it's like ladies or something. Either way, that sold for a record $179 million. That's just a little bit of money. I mean, That's crazy. Like, that's awesome. And that was sold, I don't remember the date, but I believe it was like 2001 or something like that. I mean, it wasn't even that recent. So like, that's just a person holding off to sell it now. Like, I guarantee the next time, if it goes to auction again, the next time it goes for $400 or $500 million. I mean, it's a Picasso. He's dead. You're not going to get another one. And it's one of the most popular pieces. That doesn't even include the pieces that have yet to be like up for sale. If you've ever been to the MoMA, which is the Museum of Modern Art in New York, it's amazing. Highly recommend it. Never seen so much just famous art in my life. But if you go there, you'll notice that one of his pieces in there is just, like, he has a lot of pieces actually, but they're just amazing. And none of those have been really sold. They're just owned already from years past of people buying them, and they've been lended out to the galleries. So I just think that's pretty awesome. I mean, you can't even get a Picasso for less than like $120,000, which will get you like a little piece of paper with his like signature or something. That's how crazy like the value is. So yeah, don't be missing out on the art stuff. But either way, wanted to drop some little stuff about Picasso. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched this far and you haven't followed, why not? I mean, come on, you made it this far. And like always, there's a new video each week. Don't follow me up here. There's also Instagram and YouTube and now Pinterest. Just getting into it. Either way, y'all have a nice week. Thanks for watching.